Hello everybody, welcome to another video. It's me, Dave Oliega, and today we're going to be setting up Uptime Kuma for our Docker container for our LXC on Proxmox. In the previous episode, we set up Docker in a LXC as well as Pi-hole so that we can monitor DNS queries and block certain DNS requests and stuff. So today, we're going to use Uptime Kuma so that we can monitor our services to see whether or not they're up and running and all of that without having to use a terminal window like this, which is pretty daunting. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so we're over here at the uptimekuma.org for installing Docker using Docker Compose. I'll link this down below. So just scroll down a bit, get some information. Don't really need any of this because we already have Compose. It's going to tell us to create a directory which is persistent and then cd into it. We can just do that ourselves. So we can make a directory, call it Uptime Kuma. Breaking this down, it basically, the make directory mkdir dir just tells the computer to make a directory for our application, which will be called Uptime Kuma. And then these two ands will tell us to, as well as make this, it will also change our directory into the new directory we just made. And we can see it works because we've now changed from the home directory into home/Uptime Kuma, which is good. And it's also empty if we use the ls function. After that's finished, we can come down here and we'll be able to actually paste in a script. Basically, the script just gives us the service which we're trying to run, which is Uptime Kuma parameters. These parameters will tell it where you get the image, what its name is, when do we want it to restart, its time zone, the UMask, all of that. And all of this is pretty important. We're going to copy this down, and then we're going to paste it into a text file called a YAML, which I'll explain a little bit in a bit. Nano is a text editor, which we're going to be using to paste in the code. And then we're going to call it docker compose.yml. YML is simply just the file extension that we're going to be using for this specific Docker script. And we're just going to paste, and it should be good. Quickly look through this if there's anything wrong, but just looking through it seems fine. If you have any custom settings that you want to add, you're free to do that. But as for now, we can hit Control-O to save the lines that we've made, and Control-X to exit out of that prompt. Use clear to clean this up a bit, and then we can use docker compose up -d to start putting up it'll look for the script that we just added, and then it'll use up, which basically just means to start up the container. So if we enter that, it started the container. If you're wondering what this warning is, it's basically just talking about the version line up here that's basically obsolete, and it'll just cause, annoyances. So if you don't feel like getting that error anymore, you can just copy down this lower portion and just forget about the version area. But once that's finished, we can run docker ps, and we should be able to see our new image up. Release lamb, uptime keep latest, and we can see it's using port 3001. So if you remember in the last video, all we have to do is just type in the HTTP 30 on port 3001 and now have it running. It has my previous sign-in information. Yeah, it's looking good. If we just remove dashboard from here, well, yeah, still in here. You probably won't have this service because I've already set this up, But basically, this is just our Pi hole. If you want to set it up, all you have to do is add a new monitor and then use add a name that you want to call it. I called mine's Pi hole, and then add a URL. So, for instance, for Pi hole, I had to use 192.168.4.30/admin so that it'd be able to get queries and stuff so that I can actually get information. And with this application, we'll be able to see the response times for the queries that it's making, how long it's been up, its percentage of uptime, and the uptime over a 24 and 30-day period. The reason why it's 99.99% was because the request failed with 403 when I first set it up because I didn't have the /admin thing. But yeah, that's what Kuma Uptime allows you to do. You can also make it so that you can get notifications over to your Gmail or Telegram or something like that if something ever goes down. So it's more of just something to quickly see if something's like not working according to Uptime Kuma, so that you'll be able to say like, okay, now I need to fix this or something like that, just to keep yourself informed about your services. But yeah, this is a cool little project. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.
Bye bye.